team? How are we? Aggressive. There we go. Hi! You guys, I have been sleeping a lot. Because I don't sleep when I'm supposed to sleep, so I sleep when I'm not working at the convention. And then people are like, why aren't you in anybody's Instagram posts? And I'm like, because I've been sleeping. So here I am with you, my fun friends. Are you having the best time? Yeah? Fucking love Rome. It does a number on me though. We all prepare ourselves for Rome throughout the year. Like, okay, cleanse your liver, you know, and get all of your sleep in because you're not gonna get any Rome. Anywho, I'm sad that this is the last day. Is everybody going to go to the concert tomorrow? Billy and I were just going over the song that I'm gonna sing and I'm pretty stoked about it. I have nothing else. Do you guys have questions? Oh, nobody has questions. Or you have questions back there? No, they're hiding. Ask a question. Ask a, oh, hey girl.
Hi. Speaking of the concert, and Billy, and you.
Yes.
Are you playing Wave?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I know. We did that in Paris. That was kind of a last minute decision.
It was amazing.
Because, oh, were you there?
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, you got to see it.
Yes.
There's so many people singing that I don't think so. There's just so many people singing at the concert. So everybody kind of gets 2 songs. So I'm doing 2 songs. I think you'll be happy.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm not.
I love singing Wave. It's like my favorite loud and swaying song of all time. They have lots of good songs, but I think that Wave is still, even when they come out with the new stuff, I'm like, Wave is still my favorite. It's the best.
I love Loud and Swain a lot, but your version is my favorite.
Thanks, man. I love it so much. Comedy elbows. Hello.
Hi. Any chance you're gonna come to Boston anytime?
Just for funsies?
Or performing or anything? No?
Boston. That's in Massachusetts? I'm from Canada, so I don't really know. Canada! Yeah! No. Not anytime soon, because I would know.
Right.
It doesn't mean we're not going to. We are going on, Billy, Jason, Paul Corella, and I are gonna go on tour in July. And we're hitting the East Coast. We're gonna do New York, Philly, Charlotte, and Atlanta, but not Boston.
Right. Maybe I'll go to New York.
Yay! Haha, got her. Hi there.
Hi, so over the last year, you and Kim have inspired me and helped me love myself more. And I was wondering if you've ever had any personal advice that have helped you like that?
Anybody that's inspired me?
Yeah.
Lots of people, and Kim has been a big inspiration as well. Kim and I, our relationship is so great. Everybody tweet Kim right now and tell her that you miss her and that I miss her, because I do. And she sent me an email just like, how's it going? And that's all I've talked to her all weekend, because it's just been kind of crazy. She's very smart and has done a lot of work on discovering who she is and what she has to offer this world, and because of that, she is very inspiring to so many of all of us, right? And we have a great relationship in a few ways. One of them is that we're such a great communicators with each other. We're able to clock when another person needs something, even if that thing they need is just some space. She also just gives great insight to things that I never would have thought of in the way that she thinks it. And she's always there to hold space and be of service to others, and that's something that I find very inspiring and I want to work towards doing more of. So I love that you say that you're inspired by me. I'm inspired by Kim, and I know that she's inspired by all of you. So well done, team.
talked about the ending of Supernatural and which way we would accept and believe that it's the end. And I thought to myself, well, if the brothers go, I think they will go with a good feeling if they are still the Wayward Sisters. So I wanted to ask, is there still a chance? Do you think there's a style to pick it up again or not?
Hard no. Hard no. This is what happened, how TV works, is like, you get a pilot, which let's take a second. This is so funny because we found out a year ago at this convention that Wayward Sisters didn't get picked up, right? Which is so nuts. I will never forget it. I remember FaceTiming my husband in the kitchen, just like down the hall from here, and Daniela coming up to me going, "Did you hear? What is happening? What is happening?" I was like, "They didn't pick it up." She's like, "What?" And I was like, "I know." So when you get a pilot, that is a big deal. A pilot is a big deal. Getting something made based on a fan movement is a massive deal. It's kind of never been done before. So that was a celebration on its own. When they didn't pick it up, they attempted to sell it. And there were other networks and streaming services that were interested in buying it. Now, because it is a network show, it is expensive to make. And so a lot of the newer streaming services couldn't afford it. And then they tried to sell it to other, streaming services that weren't interested. And so they did attempt to get it picked up by something other than the CW, but it just never worked out. And then all the actors on the show, myself included, our contracts ran out. So when we sign a contract to do a pilot, they get you for so many months so that they can do what I just mentioned, which is try to sell it if it doesn't get picked up by the network. And then our contracts were out, so we were all free to get other work. And so, which means they weren't going to do anything else with it. But they really tried. They really, really tried. And the writers and directors and producers were, dare I say, more bummed than the actors that the show didn't get picked up. They really have a lot of heart. They put a lot of work into that. Phil Segretia, we all know who that is? Yeah, he is my godfather. He really is. He directed the first episode that I was ever in. I just gotta sit down for a second. I suddenly was like, I'm so tired. He directed the first episode that I was ever in, and he cast me. At that time, Sheriff Donna was just in a couple of scenes. She wasn't even a guest star. She was just kind of a character meant to relay plot information. And he really liked me, and he really liked what I did with the character, and I really got along well with the boys instantly. And I remember shooting that episode, and I remember it was the Pish Taco episode, Purge? And I was on this massage bed while they were doing VFX stuff with, the fat sucker in my back and stuff like that. It's just lying there. And Phil comes and looks underneath. My face is, popping out the bottom. And he's like, there's another sheriff on the show, played by Kim Rhodes. I think it'd be really funny if you guys met at like a sheriff convention or something like that. And then next season, we did Hibby 911, which is the only episode Kim and I have ever done together other than the pilot. So people always think that we're constantly together. We're constantly together in life, but on the show, we're rarely together. And so he's the one, he said, he was like, it'd be funny if you guys did a sheriff convention, and then Brad Creaser, who's the camera op, he said, oh, that sounds like a spinoff. And that was like 5 years ago. So Phil Segretia created and sold the pilot. It was his baby. And so he's the reason I'm here right now, you know what I mean? They care a lot about that show. They care a lot about the characters. Deep, deep, deep investment. And so it was such a bummer that the show didn't get picked up. But what is great is that the Wayward movement, which embodies so much more than a TV show, is alive and well. And that's what we take. Hello.
Hello. Kind of connected to that question, I was wondering for the last season, what you guys would like to see as kind of a wrapping up of the Wayward story, or how they could connect with the boys in that final season.
I would love to see all of us together, and that would be hard, I know, to get all of those actors together, and expensive, I'm sure, for the show. But I don't know, I want to see us reunite. I at least want to be in an episode again with Kim. And I would love to have I would love to do a bunch of like fight scenes with Kim. Like Kim, me, Jared, and Jensen. Like, just taking shit on. I would love that. That's kind of my dream. I have lots of like visual stuff that I picture, but I won't say any of that because I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, I would just love to be there and to help Sam and Dean in whatever their battle is towards the end of the series. I would love for Donna to just be the greatest hunter that she's ever been, and to know that when the show is done, that Donna is still going to thrive and grow stronger.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. I keep looking at this monitor because apparently, did you guys know that people are writing dirty things on it? Oh, Misha, I don't know where he is, so I think I'm safe. Yeah, I'm good. Hi.
Hi. So you basically just answered my question. My question was about Donna's development the next season, because I liked the episode where was that his name? Where he found out about...
Doug, yeah. New Doug or old Doug?
The new Doug, where he found out about the supernatural, and then they broke up.
Yes.
But I always felt like Donna could be such a strong character without like that male.
Yes, you know what's so funny is Davey Perez, who wrote Breakdown, he and I, after I read the script, I was so grateful to him because that script was such a gift to me as an actor and a gift to the character of Donna. But he was like, he felt the same way, which was so refreshing from a male writer to be like, I don't understand why everybody's constantly trying to pair Donna up with a man, you know? And he was like, I think that she's badass. And what was awesome about that episode is that she had a choice. She could have been with Doug, but she's so in love with what she does, she went, no, this is who I am. It would be inauthentic to do what you were asking me to do. So I'm gonna stand in my truth and do what I know I'm meant to be on this planet to do. I think that's badass. I think what a lot of us women would do, and it is an honor to play a character that is doing what we would do in that same scenario.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. First of all, I would like to say I love your style. The shirt is amazing.
Thank you. I just got it in Paris. It's cool, right? I saved it for you guys. I've never worn it. Yeah, you're welcome.
And to my question, you were just saying that you were preparing for Rome like the whole year with deliverance stuff, and we already heard your hair routine yesterday. So my question would be, do you have a hangover routine, and have some tips for us?
Everybody's been wearing these party patches. Do you know what those are?
No.
I don't know what they are. I think they're B12. Listen, I am, as much as I'm complaining about being hungover, it's mostly jet lag. Because every other time I've been at Rome, I've gone to a European convention the weekend before. So I get over my jet lag without alcohol. I've never done Rome with jet lag. So the combo of jet lag and alcohol is kind of doing a number on me. But I try to drink a shit ton of water. Yeah. And I was gonna say I try not to drink too much, but. And it's just wine. I don't drink hard alcohol in Rome. I won't drink hard alcohol because I just don't know what's gonna happen. But the problem with wine here is that you are, at a restaurant, especially if you're with Daniela, you have the greatest, restaurateurs and servers in the world who just never let your glass get empty. So that sounds fun, doesn't it? Until you're like, how much do I have? Should I stop? So this is why you get the wonderful woman you have before you. But I think, yeah, water. I try to have water before I go to bed, a lot of it. For me, that's kind of the only savior, and sleep. And I don't get any sleep on this trip, so water. Water it is. But you know what's funny is like, I literally, you know, I was saying I'm sleeping. I work, I'll do a panel or autographs or a photo op. If I have a 40-minute break in between those things, I go up and sleep.
Power nap.
I just constantly am trying to go up and sleep so that I am in fine form when I am actually in front of you and not like, oh, that's for later. But yeah, water and sleep.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, welcome and thank you.
There you go.
Oh, I love it. Get in school.
I'm curious. Sorry, I'm trying to remember
Are
the question.
you? Are you?
I am. I'm trying to remember what my question was. Okay, really beautiful. So a while back, when you announced the East Coast States tour, you playfully asked for band name suggestions.
Oh yeah, you have some?
Well, I'm wondering if you came up with a band name.
We had one. We had one, but we don't think it's right. So don't get excited because we're not going to use this name. But we were going to name ourselves the Rebel Royals because we liked the double R. We wanted to do the Royals, but that name's already taken. We just felt the Rebel Royals was too big for just the two of us. So yeah, we'll probably come up with something on tour. We'll probably name, you know what? I think we'll name ourselves a new band name for each show.
Oh my God, I love that.
That'd be funny, right?
That'd be good.
Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do then.
Perfect.
Just came up with that now.
Thanks, Reed.
Thanks, baby. Hi.
Hi. So when we see you out here in public and stuff, you're gorgeous. Does it ever annoy you? I don't know if that's the right word. That they kind of frump Donna down.
No, I love it. I love it. I don't think that she's frumpy. I think that she's not making beauty routines her priority, which I deeply respect. Deeply. Listen, I love dressing up. I love wearing makeup. I love accessories and fashion. And I don't feel like every woman needs to love those things to be beautiful. You know? And I think it's so great that I get to play a character, a female character, in mainstream television whose main priority is not beauty. And I think there needs to be more characters like that. And also, it's such a relief as an actress, especially as an actress who's not a size 2, because they're hard to come by in television. Lately, more so, the landscape is definitely changing. But to not have to worry about what I look like on camera. Every time I've done a job, I've always been like trying to, you know, like hide things and, you know, worry about what's gonna fold where. And I never have to worry about that with Donna because that shit's written into the character. So any lumps and bumps I see, I'm like, that's Donna. Do you know what I mean? And I love that she doesn't worry about that. And I find it freeing as a female actress that I also don't have to worry about that. Now it's funny going in with Trisha and Jen, who are key makeup and hair on the show. They're always like, let's give her a little smoky eye today. They're always like, because they also love my character and they are good friends of mine and, you know, want me to look attractive. So they will add little things here and there, which I, as Briana, love. But no, I'm proud of Donna and I'm proud of her uniform, which isn't flattering, but as I always say, her uniform demonstrates that she's in a position of power. So I think that's sexy. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Oh man, asleep 2 minutes ago. Yes.
Look at, he's got, you can't see.
Right here.
Look at, no, look at.
And breathe.
Stop.
You're staying.
Don't move, don't move.
You have to go like this, Alkel. Look, watch what I do.
Don't move, don't move.
So confused.
Say, look at me. You see?
Watch.
It's got a pillow mark right there.
Wow,
Oh, it's a
busted.
little
Wow, right
goo-goo
away.
baby pillow mark.
So guys, look at these. Look at this.
Look at-
We never got to do this
Come out.
before, right here, huh?
I actually was half of my panel was talking about how all I've done is drink and sleep in Rome.
Yes.
Yep.
Like the 10 previous years in Rome.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
So nothing's changed, and I hope you're all happy. We certainly have a lot of fun here,
Oh my God.
and it creates so many memories. We don't know what to do with them.
No.
With that, Bree, you are welcome to stay as
No,
long
I'm
as
out.
you want.
I'm
We'd love
leaving.
to
I'm gonna go have a
All
nap.
right. See, I'm glad to care
I
about
love
us.
you guys. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day.
Briana Buckmaster! Wow,
Very
now,
epic, that exit. She disappeared into the night.
as she does.
Just flew out of there.
Alcal and I are here. We don't know what we're going to do at all.
Well,
But
we were talking backstage. We were like, we talked about our extensive plans.
yeah, we had extensive plans, and
Yeah.
what we did with them,
We threw them in the garbage. We threw
Exactly.
them away. We thought, why would they want something planned and funny and
when it
fun?
could just be organic, like you and I. Like, we're gonna just let it fall out, and whatever happens up here, I know won't stay up here, it'll be on YouTube. But that's okay, because everybody makes mistakes, and we like to present them to you on your cameras.
You know,
especially-
it's organic, kind of like compost or garbage.
Yes.
It's all just throw it into the wind, you know?
Yes. That being said, would anybody like to ask any questions? Hi there. No, this side you want me to go? You're so polite. Would you like to toss the question back to that side to be polite?
Sure.
No, you don't.
Throw it back, man.
Hit us
Or don't.
with your
Hi.
question, or one of
Hello.
us with your question.
Hi. I do have a question,
Okay.
but first, I
Alright.
do have a statement to make.
Wow. Would you like to
Oh.
come up and say
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
I'm good here in the shadows.
You're pretty well lit from here.
To you, I'm lit to you.
Wait a second.
How lit? Thank you.
No, I can still see you like fairly clearly here. Yeah.
Oh wow, there she is.
This is so much more helpful, you know? Yeah.
You have your red shirt on. That signals that your heart's feeling passion today.
And that your cheeks may also feel embarrassed.
But the good news is they match your shirt. So
Yes.
And good news is, we can see you. It's fine.
go
for it,
with your
please.
question.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my statement.
Oh, what is your statement? Let's
I'm
go
from
back.
Lebanon,
Yes.
the one in the Middle East, not the one in Texas.
Got it.
And the Arab world has a present fandom, a present supernatural fandom, and they love you guys over there just as much as they love you in Europe and in America. And they really want you guys to get over there. So I'm just telling you, we have a Comic-Con. It happens in Dubai. Get over there.
Okay.
When is this?
Well, I don't know when it happens this year.
Really strong start. Very
Yes.
passionate.
It's a really good
Very
pitch.
delivered. Yeah.
I feel like I'm ready to go if I knew when it happened.
It doesn't happen every year at the same time, so I don't know this year when it happens, but it happens.
Man, I don't know about you, but
mysterious.
my bags were packed.
Yeah.
I was ready to go.
I'm on my way to Dubai if only there were a
Until
date.
we don't know if we're going December or
Yeah.
July.
What year is this? Is a biannual thing?
2020.
We put it together.
Okay,
Can you call the
bye.
promoters and say Alcal and Matco are ready to go? I just figured I had to.
Alcal and Matco.
His sounds cool, and then I sound old.
How about this, ready? Alco. Alco's hitting the road.
I ship it. Stop. You're dirty. You're filthy. And some of you
Somehow
are quite disgusting.
we're already in towels, Just standing here ready.
I can't wait to read that slash fiction. What was your question? Sorry, Alcal. I drug you down this hole, and now you'll sleep with.
You don't get to get out of this.
I just did that that wasn't good. That was right.
That was an accident. I do believe that part. Yep.
There's no way to fix it, so we're gonna just jump over to the question.
Not yet.
No.
It's okay. You don't even know when this Comic-Con's happening.
Yes.
No, if it's all right with you, I did bring, well, it was just Briana on stage, so I only have one. But I did bring Lebanese currency to get you motivated to come visit. I gave one to Richard and one to Rob.
I want to see some Lebanese currency.
And this is less than 25 cents, actually.
Really a strong start.
Yeah, well.
Oh my God, she's already paid half of our fee.
Half of your trip. This is half of your trip. This is your plane ticket there.
The least we know our value.
Yes. This will get us into like where they put the dogs in the flight to get us there, you know?
But we'll get there, and you know what? You guys are worth it, so less than 25 cents it is, folks.
Thank you.
Now it does say 250 on it.
It's
I mean, that's a nice
250
big number.
liras.
What do you call it?
Liras, Lebanese liras.
Liras.
Yeah, I mean
Am I supposed to
technically
roll the
in English it's called Lebanese pounds, but in Arabic we call it lira.
How does it go from lira to pounds?
Well, yes, how does that
Go
happen?
from Germany to
How does
Deutschland.
what happen?
I don't remember the question. I'm gonna stare at you till something else happens up here. We would love to go to Comic-Con if we knew where it was. We're extremely grateful for this 24 3/4 liras.
Yes.
And
Or Leos, if you will.
Or Leos, depending.
Lira, lira.
What does it depend on the pronunciation? Is it people from Lebanon say it that way and the rest of the world says Leos?
No, it's called lira.
Okay, Lira. I'll stop.
It's
now.
just, they call it Lebanese pounds in English. Lebanese pounds.
And the wait, the word for Lebanese pound is lira.
Anyway,
We can't roll
it's
that.
complicated.
So the English people should also call it a lira because it's not that's what it is, right?
Yes.
Like a pound is a pound. We don't go, oh, that's the English money or the
Exactly.
Oh yes, the funny money.
yeah,
Exactly.
a lira.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Rich to get it right because he's been calling it a Leo all day long.
Rich has been saying a lot of things backstage. It's
Talking smack.
Frightening.
straighten him out.
Thank you for your statement. Also, thank you for your question. Thank you for your invite, and thank you for your currency.
You're welcome.
We'll see you somewhere in the next 30 years.
Yes.
See you there.
Thanks. I was very patient of you. I'm sorry. You really should have taken the question for yourself.
Yeah, but she was the first. She was standing longer than I, so first, Matt, thank you for showing us Mama Beer.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Thank you for watching it.
Yo, how cool is Mama Bear, guys? Did you guys check it out? So cool.
Thanks, Alcal.
It was also super cool when I showed. Oh wait. I had to. I'm kidding.
Don't worry.
It was actually, yeah, it's so cool, and I'm thrilled that you guys got to see it as well. It's such a cool film.
I didn't know Alcal at that point, I don't think, or I barely.
I'm being such
or
a dick. I
barely
was
did.
totally kidding.
But you would have totally had my wife's role if I knew you. No, honestly, I'm gonna make a lot of movies in the future here, and in the very near future, and I could only get so lucky to have this guy and any of these guys from our beloved Supernatural.
Well, I'm a lot of liras, actually.
Yes.
Well, just give me one of these, and I'll show up and do it.
That should be good enough for the next 2 films, right?
Yes. Let me just put this right here.
You know what, can I borrow almost 25 Leos from you?
Shit.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And what was your Alcal part of the question?
Alex, I was wondering, why do you think Jack wasn't able to bring Mary himself back? You know, since he is the most powerful being in the universe. He needed to use magic and it didn't work.
Oh, things happen so fast up here. I think because of the force at which he was exterminated, and because part of Rowena's spell was that if there was some part of her left, that there was a possibility that she could be resurrected. But because I did accidentally exterminate her, please don't blame me. Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
It's my wife, man.
Whoa, bro. Oh yeah, that's actually true. Wow.
Sam Smith.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Sorry. I should not interrupt. Go.
I did more so. I was like, it's like your wife. Yeah, I think because there was nothing physical left, it was impossible to bring her back. So I think that was why.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for your question.
Hello.
Hi there.
So I was having a question about the last season, also about the Michael story. Didn't you think it was a bit short, like then Jack comes in and just kills Michael and that's it? Or was it more like a reason for God to be the bad guy then?
Like when, like Dean Michael, or like?
Yeah, like for season 40 Michael, yeah. Doesn't matter if Dean Michael, just
Yeah, I mean.
was a bit quick killing him like that.
I don't know. I would have liked Jared's Dean Michael to maybe stick around for a couple more episodes. I thought, I don't know about you guys, but the beginning of last season, and I feel like he had a really strong grasp of that character, and it was just super fun to see Jensen kind of run around in that skin, if you will. So I was hoping that would stick around, but then we kind of had Michael jump kind of body to body. Yeah, I don't know where that really left us. I just kind of like that it was able to bring back a lot of some fan favorites and some people from the past that we kind of got to have them be lit up and embodied in that character for a little while.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you for your question. And also, just to add to that, this body is ready for Michael also anytime.
Yeah.
This vessel's ready and waiting. Come on, Michael, jump right in.
Jump right in, Satan.
Hi.
Hi, my question is for Matt. About 6 years ago, I don't know if you remember.
I'm surely I don't.
You told us about an airplane story where Bishop is.
The airplane story where Misha walked through a wall of urine?
Yeah, that one.
So some of you haven't heard this story.
I'm sorry, what?
Should I tell this story? Everybody? For crying out loud.
Yes!
Alcal, you're going to play several characters within this story.
This is the role of a lifetime.
You're starting off as Roberto Benedict.
Oh, mamma mia, roba bene. Ready?
There it is. So, many years ago, I was very frightened of flying, as was Richard Speight Jr. The culmination of our fear on a plane would always end up in the two of us sitting next to each other, him in the window or me in the window, and every bit of turbulence, us both going, oh, let's open the window and see what's on the wing. Like, did the engine fall off? Like, it was so uncomfortable.
Wait. Did you guys think you guys were like scientists that like you'd look out the window and be like, oh yeah, we got a quick wind coming in here. It's making the flappy flaps to the flap, and I feel real good about this one,
Yes. Was that the theory behind it? It was that paired with being in the Twilight Zone and a small little creature eating the engine alive while we were on the plane, and that caused all the bumps.
Yeah, science, guys. Thank you.
And so Rich and I would fly, and we'd be scared together, and we'd sweat together, and then we'd get to a place together, and then we'd drink together to get over it together. And it was fantastic for a while, until I went to Australia.
For a while.
So I went to Australia, and I just had enough of sitting next to a scared guy, and I saw good old Roberto, Mr. Confident Flyer, as he likes to say, he's scared of everything else in the world but flying, So we have a flight from Sydney to Melbourne in Australia. You do 2 conventions, 2 days. You travel after the first night into the next one. So it's like 10 p.m. We're running to a plane. It's 2 seats, 4 seats, 2 seats, like that type of deal. And so Robbie's in there, and Rich is in front of me walking to the plane, and he goes and takes a whole row by himself. There's nobody on the plane. It's super empty. He sits down in the middle seat of the middle section. Rob's there, seat next to him, like, I'm gonna fly with the not scared guy tonight, and I'm gonna change my life. Plop down next to Rob, we start chit-chatting, and Qantas gives us like these...
Yeah, the band's going really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's all show.
The truth of the matter is, what's your band called again?
Which one?
Oh, wow.
Touche, motherfucker.
I'm gonna change this story and go sit with Richard now.
Yeah.
And Robbie and I are hitting it off, and I'm feeling super confident, and we line up on the runway, and Rich is back there, and I look back, and Richard is sitting in a seat back here, literally snoring, like snoring loud enough that the rest of the people on the plane, it was just the whole crew and all the actors are looking back and going, Jesus, is he like okay? Like, it's, like this little dingle dangle in his throat, you can just, oh, you hear it flopping around everywhere. You're like, Rich, you're gonna suffocate, it's gonna close off. I was worried about the guy for a second, then I thought, I don't really care because I'm not sitting next to the scared guy. It's great, it's fine. Good pilot goes, we're next for takeoff. Look at Rob, he's doing his thing, he's got his, his Beats buds on, looking cool, too cool for school, he's watching some music.
Yeah, I'm in 2 bands, 3 bands, 4 bands, 5 bands.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I mean, comfortable as a cucumber sitting next to me, and
I love to fly.
And I'm copying him. I'm like, gosh, I'll sit like I'm in a band. Feeling more confident by the second.
My lower back hurts, but that's fine.
Well, I was like, my lower back hurts too, and I don't like it very much. And the pilot goes, we're next for takeoff, and then all of a sudden you kind of hear like the rain start, right, falling on the plane, and then you hear like a little bit of thunder, and then, he hits the engine. Rob kind of takes a deep breath and closes his eyes for a second. Yeah. Then he gets up and dances in circles on one foot.
Oh, I was gonna get up and dance on one foot, but these planes are very restrictive in terms of size.
Right.
So proud of you, Matt.
So,
How to do it, sorry.
I love it. And so the pilot, he hits the throttle, Rob closes his eyes, big smile on his face. I'm literally looking at him out of the corner of my eye. Not to be weird, he probably feels like I'm a fan, like, is this guy watching me? Yes, indeed. And he hits the thing, wheels up, we get up for about, I would say, 20 seconds, smooth as can be, kind of gets a couple thousand feet, and out of nowhere, the plane hits a air pocket or something and drops, to me, what feels like 100 million thousand feet. And like the seatbelt was on but loose because I'm a rebel and I don't listen to the people that tell me to tighten it up.
Yes, I look at safety.
It's like, and the plane drops and I'm like, okay! And at that moment, like, all the liquid that could come out of your face came out of my face and other places. And I'm like, it was, and the engines went, whoa. And I was waiting for impact. I grabbed the side of the seat and I was like, and I'm screaming in my head, not out loud. Like that, blood pressure, and then here comes the drink cart. Sodas are like, shoo-pew, shoo-pew, shoo-pew.
Take the part of the drink cart.
The drink cart goes, and I'm sweating telling the story because now it's reigniting the fear that I have for flying. And there's sodas, they're shooting everywhere, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, like I'm doing this. I'm trying to catch my breath because I 100% thought we were gonna have impact.
It was
like,
Mayday.
All BS aside, like I thought like it was a big enough drop where it didn't stop for a minute, and I was like, okay, and then it leveled out, and you just have that moment, I'm like, oh, thank goodness I'm sitting next to super confident flyer Rob. And the anger that arose from the fear inside me, I look over and Rob is white-knuckled both armrests. And I remember hearing an echo of a voice as the soda cart went by, going, I don't know, 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 I don't know. And I look over, and he's still saying it. He's still saying it. I gotta be Rob for a second. Oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And I wanted to do physical harm because I looked at him for comfort. I felt like a 3-year-old running to my dad for a hug, and he was like, and I'm like disturbed. So what do? I go to the other little bird on my shoulder that's kept me afloat for so long. I'm like, God, in my head, I'm like, Rich will have my back. I look over to Rich. He's 2 rows back in the middle seat. Expect to see Rich crying and wiping the shit from his pants. But no. Rich is still asleep. And the second I turn to him, as if it was written in perfect sitcom form, I twist my head, I look at Rich, and the boom goes on from the captain, and he goes, sorry about that. Or should I say, never mind. Do it. So, how do you say sorry about that in Australia? Sorry about that. No, sorry? I'm just confusing my dialects. It wants to come out Italian so bad.
All of our overseas...
Any Aussies in here? Say it real loud. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you sound more American than I do. How does that happen? How does that work? So either way, the boom. Sorry about that in Australian. Rich goes, have the green curry. True story. His head flaps up, then his hair goes, and he goes, the green curry. And he must have been sleeping. The plane smelled like curry, because I guess they were warming it up for like our meal or whatever. His senses knew it. And so I look at Rich, and I'm like, pissed off because he's sleeping. I'm wanting to laugh because he just woke up and asked for green curry. And I couldn't even look at Rob because he was paled out. I don't know. Still saying it. And I realized that in that moment, I have no friends. And who comes walking down from the business class cabin with
There are more characters in the story.
There's more characters.
Okay.
With a sad look on his face, but Misha Collins. And Misha Collins looks like he was on top of the plane in the rainstorm. The gel from his hair has run down his face. His sport coat is like some poor, sad thing. So you look at him and you're just like, what happened, man? The short story of what happened to him is he had to pee real bad because we had a couple beers. Before we got on the plane, we had a couple of beers, as we do. And so Misha, as the guy he is, doesn't listen to anybody tell you to put a seatbelt on. They hit the gas on the thing. He was already in the bathroom. Peeing, and I wasn't in the bathroom with him, but the vision in my head is that Misha's peeing, and turbulence happens, I freak out, Rob's a little baby, Rich is taking a nap, and green curry, when the plane goes down, the 3 or 4 beers that he had emptied,
Then he had ejected.
they came up, and then the plane hit the gas, and then the wall of urine. And he became sort of one with the urine in this moment. and he walks down the aisle.
Sees me looking like I want to eat Rob's esophagus out of his throat. I'm so frustrated. And Rich is sleeping.
Mike.
Rich is sleeping.
And Rich is sleeping, and Misha goes, as he wrings out his shirt, he goes, "Yeah, I'll have the green curry also." Wait, hold on. I'm gonna roll the credits, ready? Alcal.
The card played by Alexander Calvert.
Alcal.
The urine played by Alexander Calvert.
The soda card. The sodas. Alcal, thanks for the assistance on that. I've been telling this story for 300 years now, and
That's a lot of years.
this was the most fun I've ever had telling it. So, I hope you're happy.
That was awesome.
All based on actual events. Slightly elevated in my storytelling.
Okay, wait, so just as a follow-up,
How does physics work?
not really concerned about Misha Collins. I feel like he found another sport coat. I don't know if the drink cart is going to be in the sequel.
It will be dented.
Yes. Be a traumatized cart.
Yes. It will have really good brakes on all four wheels.
So after this experience, did Robabene embrace your airplane fear?
No, Rob was able to detach himself from this life-changing experience.
I see.
That pretty much ruined me for the next year of plane travel. Once I
That's
saw
good, 'cause you don't
therapy, I was
travel a
fine.
lot.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
the good news is I only take about 65 flights a year, so it's
Really happy
no
this,
big deal.
This happened, you know?
Yeah, so Rob and I are still working on trying to be friends again.
Yeah.
And Richard is still a fan of green curry. And Misha, occasionally smells like urine.
Yeah. But who has the heart to tell him?
None of us.
No.
Let's move on to the next part in this Q&A.
Hi.
So I was going to ask Matt if you have any other genres apart from action that you would like to go into with directing. And I feel like after that story, you should go into comedy or something.
But if you hung out with our friends, your life just becomes a comedy. It's just, it depends how you dictate it to people. What was the first part of that question? Different genres?
Yeah, if you thought about like
Everything. Yeah, there's nothing I won't direct. It's fun. I feel like I have a semi-unique perspective at this point in my directing career, and I can tell stories. I want to tell stories, whether it be romance, comedy, action, horror, whatever. We currently have 4 movies in development that may come one of them before Mama Bear. So, stay tuned. Who knows? There's nothing I won't do as far as director. It's all creating and it's all fun and
And there's nothing I won't do for money, so.
Dream team right here.
Yeah. No, what I was gonna say is that what I really did like about the short is that like you kind of are having really strong elements because, I think when we kind of put these movies in, not your movie necessarily, but like we'll be like, this is a comedy, this is an action movie, whatever. But what was great about your short film was that like I feel like there was elements of all sorts of, because you had a very human, dramatic, quote unquote, story of the mother, but you also had these little, comedic moments with like Rich and, so, when we think genre, I think, maybe, not that it's limiting, but it's just like, I felt like it was able to encompass a bunch of them,
Well, thank you. Thank you. I think the best, stories are told with comedy, whether it's tragic or, however you look at it, there's a lot.
Even if you're covered in urine.
See? I could have told that story differently. Misha and his frown lines tilted down towards his wet, soggy pants as he stared, as he breathed slowly with regret, not keeping his seatbelt on and sitting in his seat like he was told, brought him back to being a young boy. When his father said, "Pull your pants up, you little asshole."
You'll never develop into anything if you keep smelling like urine.
The problem with this group of friends is everything ends up as a comedy to us. So, we want to keep you smiling. Supernatural is very good at that, I think, bringing the comedy into the drama and the action and all that stuff. So, Yeah, I don't know what your question was, but I'm still talking.
Hi.
Hello.
So I wanted to know if you have any favorite experience related to JIB10 you would like to share with us.
Well, how many jibs has it been for you?
Wow, I don't know, 5-ish jibs?
5-ish?
I'm not sure.
5.5. There was one I was thrown out.
Yeah, I only really remember the jib that I'm at currently. I, for some reason, can't remember much of the other jibs. I don't know what happened.
I feel like it's just like in big capital letters, and it's just like it's an all-consuming now event of our lives. I'll go sentimental. I had this. What I do love about the autograph session is that you have little moments to interact with people. I said this earlier to people I was talking to. But there's someone very special this weekend. I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but I got you said you beat cancer. Are you here?
No.
She's not?
No.
Wow, the timing. Nonetheless, I had this really lovely moment where you probably saw the same thing.
Yeah,
and just to see that, and we are lucky enough to get to kind of see these magical lifetime moments all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it doesn't stop affecting you or being touching. So that was, for me, a highlight.
And it never will. I could tell you, like, I've done...
Throughout your 5.5 jibs.
Throughout my 7,000 conventions in the last 10 years, and you guys know this because I preach on it so often, but I am continuously changed by the circumstances that bring us together and the exchanges that we have with all these people and with you guys, like we sit in the green room and we play music or we get in fights or whatever it is we do, but we grow and our perspective changes and it's amazing. And yesterday for me, obviously, if you were in here during my panel, was probably the most emotional I've ever had to get on stage without trying to play a character, and I couldn't. Thank you. There was so much special within that moment. You guys sitting down watching my movie with me, and then coming right off that moment, and me making that movie in order to reintroduce my wife back into an industry, and then her sending that video from the dressing room of General Hospital, and I can't talk about it anymore because I'm gonna cry again. And that was a really special moment, but I don't want to take away from any of the other moments I've shared with you guys. I've had so many moments with so many of you guys, and I know Alcal's experience is gonna grow, and the things that happen to him will be remarkable too. I look forward to watching him get to be changed by you guys the way you've changed me, opened me up, allowed me to be proud of the person I am today. One day we'll try to make Alcal proud of who he is.
One day, guys, I'll get there.
You guys are awesome, and that's the bottom line, man. We're forever grateful that this thing exists, and you've kept us alive for 15 seasons. This kid's crushing, and he's part of it. He's part of making it go on, and this is just the only way to describe what this is a badass family, man. I'm forever thankful for you guys.
Cheers to you guys. Hello.
Hi, I have a question for Alex. Who is caring for Lord Tyrion while you're here?
So Jenna and I are both away, so she has one of her friends taking care of the cats. Unfortunately, though, cats. There is a second cat.
Okay. I don't know anything about your cats. Can you elaborate just a little bit for me?
I have a cat.
Okay.
One is named Lord Tyrion, and he is quickly gaining in popularity that will surpass me in every capacity.
As most felines do.
Yeah, it happens that way. But he's very, he's very demanding. He's kind of an asshole.
Is he a tabby? Is he?
He is a miniature Persian.
Whoa! I didn't know there was miniature cats.
He's very small.
Really small?
Not like this.
Like I feel like a full-grown cat's like this big.
He's more like
how many pounds?
This way.
Under 10 pounds?
I don't know. He's getting chunky. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nothing like a chunky mini cat.
He's throwing back the fancy feasts, and he's not ready for summer quite yet.
That's right.
That's okay though. But what we did receive news of, I think 2 nights ago, was that Jenna's friend, you texted her or whatever, and she's just like, yeah, Jenna's like, how's the cats, how are they, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, good, really good. Deary did throw up on the bed, though. I'm just like, why? It's like, he's not sick, he's fine, he's eating like a king. He just wants to show his disdain for, as we call them, the peasants, who is everyone who's not the cat.
Yeah.
So he's safe, he's good, but you know, he's a bit of a rebel.
Like Al Cal's pillow. Like,
meow, meow. Yeah.
I can see Al Cal's cat walking by. Leave me again, you little asshole.
It's amazing how fast you caught on. That's, yeah.
We just had, we're out of time, but we just had we had a 21-year-old tabby that we just unfortunately had to put down, but the cat was amazing and did all those things that I just pretended your cat was doing. Shit on my pillow, shit on my pregnant wife's pregnant belly in the middle of the night. Whoa.
Yeah, basically shit on my son before he was here.
Diarrhea on my face in the last 3 months of his life. And the best part about it was I was sleeping and the cat always slept on the pillow. And
He does the same thing, yeah.
It was so old and I was like in the midst of a dream and Mandy was like, Matt, wake up, wake up, wake up. And the cat was going and not stopping. Like, yeah. And you can imagine the odor of Fancy Feast digested.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh. And then I like hated the cat for 3 months and then it died and I hated myself.
If only that cat would come back and diarrhea on me one last time.
Ladies and gentlemen,